Princess Leonor's wedding of the century stunned Spain. Spain was ready for a fairy tale. But no one expected this. A royal wedding, not just grand, but history-shaking. Cheers in the streets, tears in the palaces. Because this wasn't just a wedding. It was a moment that changed Spain forever. For years, the world watched Princess Leonor of Spain grow before our eyes, the shy little girl standing beside King Felipe and Queen Letizia. Now, she stands as a woman, a leader, and a bride. But no royal watcher, no journalist, and not even her closest advisors could have predicted how this love story would unfold. It began quietly, hidden in the golden corridors of European royalty. Leonor, the future Queen of Spain, was seen as the untouchable symbol of the monarchy's future. Every move she made was weighed, every smile analyzed. But behind that royal poise, there was a secret, a love story that would soon ignite the entire continent. The whispers began in Copenhagen, soft, uncertain. Leonor had been seen speaking often with Prince Christian of Denmark, her childhood friend and fellow heir to the throne. At first, it was dismissed as diplomacy, two young royals from ancient monarchies, strengthening bonds between kingdoms. But soon, the tone shifted. Their friendship deepened, their glances lingered, and for the first time, the future Queen of Spain smiled differently. When the palace confirmed that the two were close, Spain held its breath. Could Leonor, the nation's symbol of duty and restraint, truly be in love? And if so, what would it mean for her destiny? Months turned into years of speculation, media frenzy, and tabloid storms. But Leonor stayed silent, until that fateful day, when the royal house of Spain announced it. The wedding of Princess Leonor de Bourbon will take place in Madrid, spring 2025. The country erupted. Crowds gathered outside the royal palace, waving flags and crying tears of pride. For older Spaniards, it echoed the golden memories of King Felipe's own wedding, but this time, it was their future queen. For the younger generation, it was something new, a symbol of hope, love, and unity in an age of division. And yet, even as joy swept across the nation, not everyone celebrated. Inside the palace walls, old tensions stirred. Queen Letizia, ever the modern reformer, worried about the media firestorm this union could bring. King Felipe, the calm figure of continuity, wondered if his daughter was ready to balance love and leadership. And outside Spain, in Denmark, whispers of concern grew louder. Some feared the merging of two royal bloodlines would blur national identities, turning a love story into a geopolitical spectacle. Still, Leonor remained unshaken. When she finally appeared before the cameras, radiant, poised, and confident, the world saw not just a bride, but a queen in waiting declaring her independence. Her words were simple, and unforgettable. Greater than, this is not just a royal union. It is a promise, between two nations, two families, and two hearts. That single sentence sent Spain into tears. Because, for once, royalty felt human again. The wedding day, now called the wedding of the century, unfolded in Madrid's Grand Almudena Cathedral under a sky of flawless blue. Bells rang across the city as millions watched from their homes. Leonor, in a handcrafted gown blending Spanish lace and Danish silk, walked the aisle with a calm, luminous smile. Prince Christian, visibly emotional, whispered something as she reached him at the altar, words the microphones barely caught, but every viewer felt in their hearts. And when the two said, "Si, quiero," the crowd outside erupted like thunder. Tears streamed down faces across Spain, young and old, royalists and republicans alike. Because in that instant, Princess Leonor wasn't just a monarch in waiting. She was one of them. But even in celebration, the world couldn't stop wondering, what comes next? Would their reigns intertwine someday? Could Spain and Denmark, two monarchies with centuries of history, find a new harmony through love? And most of all, could Leonor balance her heart and her crown? No one can say for sure. But one thing is undeniable. This was more than a royal wedding. It was a reminder that in the heart of tradition, love can still rewrite history. As night fell over Madrid, fireworks lit the sky, reflecting in the palace windows like stars reborn. Inside, the newlyweds danced, unburdened, glowing, unstoppable. Outside, the world watched, breathless, united, forever changed. Princess Leonor's wedding didn't just stun Spain. It healed it. And in doing so, she became more than a princess. She became the heartbeat of a new royal generation.